Hey, Nicky Nick, it's me, Wayman29. Awesome video. Um, Seeing you skateboarding around with your child there reminded me a lot of my dad, and today I actually went and told him, how good of a dad he was, and how much fun we had when we were little. And he's been working a lot lately, and I still go down there quite a bit, mostly for computer problems, and he gets into some pretty good jams. However, I was thinking today about a lot what kind of fun we used to have. I know now it's skateboarding and inline skating, but back in the day when I'm in my 30s, well, 31, and when my dad, when I was little, he was a big ice skater, and later on he got into roller skating and fishing. We did a lot of outdoor stuff. But I can remember probably the earliest times when we were ice skating. He got me the old skates with the double blades on the bottoms, so I could stand up. They were made for little kids. And he would go and test the ice, and he would shovel it off, and then we would skate around, and we had a lot of fun. One time he was zipping up my coat, and ended up the zipper latch went up and off the top rung and got stuck in my neck. And every time I fell down, I felt a little sting. And my dad got looking, and here they couldn't figure out what it was. So they looked at my neck, and they had this part of the zipper there, and my dad couldn't get it out. And he tried and tried, so he took me up to my grandmother's, which was right up the road. Uh, our families lived pretty close together, all in the same street or block. It was out in the country. It's very rural. And so walked me up to my grandmother's, and my grandmother laid me on my back on the table, and she was over me trying to part the thing with forks and knives and different things. And I was terrified. I was probably 5 or 6, and I could still remember laying on my back on the kitchen table. And then finally went to the hospital and got it taken care of, but it was pretty humorous. I remember me and my dad going bullhead fishing. He had this old LP gas lantern. They call it a kerosene lantern. It wasn't really kerosene. It was pretty much LP gas. And Coleman lantern. And we go out there. We go down to the reservoir at night. And I was probably maybe 7 or 8. We'd be out there for most of the night, catching bullhead and having a good time. And my first fishing pole, I can still remember it to this day. He tied a string on a long pole, and we went over to that reservoir area. It was called Comforts Pond, and I remember tossing it in and just having a good time. And I couldn't figure out how to reel it in. He's like, "Oh, you gotta roll it up." So that took forever to get it in, but Ma was there, so Ma helped me, and we had a pretty good time. I remember one time my dad went around the Comforts Pond area there, and he wanted to fish by himself a little bit, see what he could do. So me and my mom sat on the bank, and my dad was throwing stones over into the water. It was kind of humorous. My mom would be like, "Oh, throw it over there, throw it over there," and so I would, and I'd see something else splash and throw it over there, and then my dad thought that was a pretty funny trick. Another time, remember me and my dad, we went sleigh riding, and he went to one of his old trails that he used to go to back when they had the farm up on this hill in this meadow. And you could probably walk maybe 2 miles back up into these meadows, and there was a road that led down to where almost to where we lived. So we walked and walked and walked, and we got up there. And we had a runner sled, and Dad was on the back, and I was on the front. I was probably 9 or 10, and we came sailing down over there, and Dad was laughing so hard he was trying to hang on, and he was hunched over me, and I couldn't see where we were going, and I'm not too sure, but I don't think we made the corner. Anyways, we ended up going over the bank, and after that, we always sleigh ride there where our parents did. My dad had 4 brothers and 5 sisters, a very extended family, And so a lot of my cousins, we actually made that sleigh riding place our own, and it was a whole lot of fun, and we got a lot of enjoyment out of it. And another time, my dad used to help me build snowmen. He built this big snowman, and I couldn't get the the snowballs up on top of one another, so he helped me out, and we had the old bus driver, Mrs. Fennessy. She came down through, and she stopped, and I got on the bus a couple days later when it started warming up, and she commented on how she liked my snowman. All the kids were looking out the window. Well, the snowman was bent right over like it was doing some kind of exercise, and the stick was straight up in the air, and the snowman's head was almost touching the ground. It was the funniest thing ever, and I believe my dad had some pictures of that. And another time, we went hunting, and the first time I went hunting, I had to go through, the hunter safety course. He went through it with me, and ended up being that I didn't really like the bang of the guns, so he got me on a little 410. Never shot a deer, and I think the only squirrel that I shot was one that he injured, and he just let me finish it off. But other than that, I haven't really done. But I used to go squirrel hunting a lot with him, and I used to go out and collect the squirrels after he shot them, and we had some really good conversations out in the woods about the different trees and different leaves and old hunting stories, how he used to go with his friends. So I also had a pretty good dad, and I kind of enjoyed seeing you skating around there with your son. Nowadays it's skateboarding rather than ice skating, but I look forward to doing that with my kids someday, and it looks like loads of fun. So awesome video. Just wanted to share that with you. Take care, Nicky Nick. As always, your videos are awesome. We'll talk to you later.